Welcome back to Gold is Where You Find It, and I'm here in icy Pennsylvania once again, and today we're going to try something a little bit different that I've never done before. I'm going to be filling up a bucket with a 20 mesh classifier. Normally I never use something this small at the creek. I usually stick to a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch, so it's going to take a lot longer to fill up a bucket. We're going to find out if it's worth it, see if we get better gold recovery. So let's go ahead and start digging over here in our spot. Smash the like button and let's get to it. The creek is looking especially beautiful today. Look how clear the water is. Oh, more ducks are coming, huh? Oh, there they go. But anyway, look how clear this water is. We're freezing up here. We got some snow on top of ice. But we got lots of clean running water right here. And right along this bank, we've done pretty well in terms of glacial gold. So that's where I'm going to get started. About right in there or so. Fill up a bucket with a 20 mesh and see what we can do. But what a lot of people think, including myself, is that it's often not worth it to use a classifier this small just because it takes so much longer to classify. Let's see if we got the red stuff right here. And we got some red stuff in there. We're just going to do one shovelful at a time since it's so much more difficult to classify the small stuff. We got some clay mixed in there too. I'm going to try to fill this bucket all the way to the brim. That's going to take me a while. Woo! Now that was a lot of shovels in one bucket. One thing I want to mention is if you're in an area where you got a chance of finding pickers, you would never want to do this. Never ever. But when all you're looking for is glacial gold, the chance of a plus 20 mesh piece of gold is pretty negligible. But we got a bucket full of 20 mesh, and that was a lot of shovels. So let's go ahead and pan this out with our Garrett Super Sluice, concentrate it down into a single pan of material, and then see what we've got. For those of you concerned about my back, I did bring my panning stool, but I'm okay. I got a strong back, and I'm letting Careless Whispers use that today. So we're just going to do this without a stool, and I got no problem with that. But this material is going to be much easier to pan. Having everything this small, you typically would get a far better panning capture rate. I don't really have a way to measure that out here, so this is really going to be just anecdotal. But it typically takes about 5 full Garrett Super Sluices to be a 5-gallon bucket. These pans hold basically a gallon of water. There's a lot of material in here, so I'm going to really stratify it well. It's a balmy 27 degrees out here today, so I don't have to worry as much about my pan freezing over like I have in previous videos where it's like 4 degrees outside.
Go over there and go pan. I'm gonna do it while you're panning.
Woo! Well, I lied about using the stool because this is taking a lot longer than I thought. And Careless Whispers is over there hiking around on the icebergs, walking on the ice. She's having fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up over here. This panning is taking a lot longer than I really thought it would, to be honest. So I'm gonna set up right about there and finish panning. And I'm gonna show you how much more slowly I need to pan with this stuff. One factor I did not consider about this is that it would take longer to pan. With the smaller stuff, you've got to go slower and do more stratifying. Almost like you're panning out cons, even though it's technically raw pay. You got to go more slowly. I don't know how to actually explain that in a logical way, other than, I don't know, it's technically more material in my pan. It's all similarly sized, and so I just feel like I need to stratify a lot more and pan a little bit more slowly than when I've got bigger rocks in there. But let's go ahead and fire the time lapse back up and we'll pan through the rest of this bucket. Look at this crazy lady out here walking on the ice in the middle of the river. There's Careless Whispers. She's pretty gutsy. Pretty gutsy. Wow. That took an unbelievably long amount of time. I was not expecting that. I totally did not consider how much longer it would take to pan a bucket of 20 mesh compared to a bucket of 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. And it was significantly longer. I still think we did more shovels than I would have done in the same amount of time with 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. I didn't count the exact number of shovels, but I'm gonna play back this video before I publish it and count up the shovels. So here's how many shovels it was. Wow. So it's time to do our little cleanup. And while we're doing that cleanup, this young lady over here, Careless Whispers, she's live streaming. She may come and live stream the cleanup or at least the results. I don't know, but we're going to go ahead and do the cleanup right here, right now as well. I'm going to save up the cons and clean them a little more carefully at home, but let's go ahead and pan them right now and take a quick look and see how we did. Let's go back to the shaker table method, extreme style.
Nope, 24 degrees. I got you down, Dorothy. Don't worry.
Your camera picking it up?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and snuff it up anyway, but we're definitely gonna see how much more we get at home.
What's over there? Oh no.
Lead and stuff.
It looks-
And there's more gold over
Yeah,
here to
right
the
there in
side
the
too.
corner.
Oh yeah, there's way more. But all right. All right. All right, well, that's going to do it. That was an interesting experiment, and I learned something that I wasn't expecting. So it took way longer to pan that minus 20 than it would to pan minus a quarter or minus a half. So did we actually save time and process more shovels? I'm not 100% sure. I think it might be about equal, but you definitely wouldn't want to do this if you live in an area where you might find plus 20 mesh pickers. But here in a Glacial Gold area, I mean, look how beautiful this place is though. You definitely wouldn't want to do that in an area with pickers. So it's up to you. There's the information, so you can make the decision for yourself if you want to classify smaller or not. I would lean towards the fact that you better have some good panning skills, because it's much more difficult to speed pan through an entire big Garrett Super Sluice full of minus 20 mesh. But I appreciate you all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, consider joining to become a member. It's only 99 cents for the entry-level tier, and we have members-only giveaways and members-only content. So please check that out. And during the recording of this video, I just hit 30,000 subscribers. So I really want to thank everyone so much for all the support that they've given me over the last 3 years that I've had this channel. I couldn't imagine it going any better than it has. So it's been a pleasure to be a part of this community. So thank all of you very, very much. We're going to be having a 30,000 subscriber appreciation giveaway. And so I'm not sure what that's going to entail, but stay tuned because it'll be coming up really soon. But I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time.
Get on the ice so I can ride with you.
Let me get some B-roll real quick. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Please.